Excuse the Wolfman Jack looks, but you want to come for me in my video? I'm coming back at you.
There is no
Alright, welcome back to the channel, the M Cube Network. This is the WilHemi Show. I'd just like to take this quick moment out to let you know to please go follow my channels on Instagram, the M Cube Network. We also got the Magnum Boys and WilHemi. Got my own Instagram channels. And also, if you could step on over to M Cube News. It's the new network, the new system that we're using over there. Anyway, back to the video. As you know, last week I uploaded a video explaining how I believe that no one like us should be buying brand new cars. Well, video did pretty well for me anyway. You know, for what for the YouTube algorithm, the way it's been lately. But a lot of comments, a lot of back and forth, a lot of people in agreement, a couple people in disagreement. I had somebody on my channel, one of the viewers left me a really highly detailed layout in outline form of everywhere I was wrong. And I mean, I had to respect it. It was really well laid out. I appreciate that. If you're gonna come at me, you're gonna argue me down, that's the way to do it. I appreciate that. I really do. Anyway, that was Running Low 955. But anyway, I promised him that I would rebut his rebuttal on my video. So here we go. Number one, he says, I couldn't disagree more. Respectful, but you know, I got you. One, oh, by the way, let me preface this. Basically, the things that he brought forth are, most of them I did handle in the video, in case you don't remember it. I laid out the three things, the three reasons why you shouldn't be buying a brand new car. And I also laid out that, you know, certain people should buy a brand new car. Certain people should not. But anyway, let's get into it. Number one, I couldn't disagree more. One, used cars are other people's problems. I mean, okay, I use that language pretty much exactly in the video when I said new cars are the first buyer's problems. The sucker, the one that bought the new car, is the one that's going to deal with most of the problems. A used car, you will have some issues that come up as with any car, but it will still be the same car. If the guy who bought it new still had it, it would also be a used car. But generally, I also said that you want to buy a certified used car with about 45,000 miles on it. Now, I can amend that. I would say it would be good to find a car with about maybe between 15 and 50,000 miles on it. If it's something you really want, car you really like, about 15,000 miles to 50. But by that time, most of the defects, the weird problems, the things that just spring up that are not because of wear or whatever like that, those problems will be up and gone by the time you get it. So when you got it, you got a seasoned, well-aged piece of car, okay? That's why I say, as far as that goes, that's how I believe it. Anyway, number two, the warranty on a new car will cover the powertrain for a minimum of 60,000 miles. Not always so. There's a lot of minimum powertrain warranties under 36,000. But any used car you get, especially a certified used car, like I said, you will have an opportunity to extend that warranty out, pay the extra $2,500 or whatever at the dealership, or you can always purchase a good mechanical breakdown insurance policy, which I always do, and I never end up needing them, but it's always a way to maintain that vehicle. And now they are writing policies, these MBI places are writing policies to cars with 150,000 miles on them. So 50,000 miles is not very many miles at all. I bought my Chrysler 300 with 50 exactly on it when I got it. And like I said, other than the lifter going bad, which, you know, it is what it was, the car's been great. I've had a few issues. We've covered them on Fight Your Chrysler, but still, good, solid vehicle. I'm at 97 now and still chugging. Number 3, from Running Low 955, he said, incentives for buying a new car and manufacturer's discounts and dealership discounts can make buying a new car a good value. Now, I did mention that if you want to get a new car, you want to buy something with an incentive, go right ahead, knock yourself out. It can be done. But that's usually for lower dollar cars. I also started off the video by saying we talking about high-end cars. You want to step up and get you something hot, something good, something in $100,000 range. You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. Ain't gonna be no incentives on that. There's no incentives on the Durango Hellcat right now. Tell you that for a fact. Number 4, financing a new car is cheaper than financing a used car. Not always so. Mind you, you got a huge principal, much bigger principal than I will ever have on a used car. Now, yes, the interest rates are usually a little higher for used cars than new cars. Now, if you can lock down a 0% interest rate somewhere, that brings you close. It might not, that might actually stack up against the used version of that car with the 20% interest rate. Have to do the math to really work it out, but not always so when you're dealing with a giant principal. The insurance rates, like now, interest rates now are 7 to 8, 9% brand new cars with 800 credit. So you really not getting the deal. You paying the highest price possible, inflated pricing, and then you paying interest on that, which is a little bit less. You tell me take 30, 40% off the price of that car when it's 2 years old. Even at 19%, 18%, I'm still don't think I'm gonna be paying as much as you paid for that new version of that car. All right, number 5, the intrinsic value cannot be measured. I'm not really sure what you mean by that, but I know how fun it is to get a brand new car, that new car smell. Nobody's booty has ever been in your seats. Everything on it is just sparkling. You get to pull all the little plastic off and all this other stuff. Yeah, that's fun. It's not worth no money. You can get a job. You can go down to the dealership yourself and tell them I will deliver new cars to people and I will pull a plastic off. You really need to get your rocks off that way. But a new car, like I said, a new car is only a new car for 6 months. You will be used to it no matter what it is. But I tell you, I love driving my old cars. I still look forward to getting up in the morning and leaving out the house and driving me a big old fat Hemi to wherever I'm going that day. I look forward to it. I look forward to coming back at the end of the day, getting back in that Hemi and driving back home. That's some intrinsic value that I have over 10-year-old cars that I've had for over 10 years. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Number 6, if everyone bought a used car, the auto industry would collapse, sending the economy into a tailspin. Well, of course, somebody's got to go buy them new cars. And I did mention that's for the rich people. And that's also for people buying Camrys, Hondas, Altimas, things like that. You know, the college students, the people that, you know, the people that's not into cars, there's way more of them out there than us. For us, no. This video I'm making, and there's a whole bunch of videos like this on YouTube telling you not to buy not to buy new cars. And matter of fact, TK just said today, I was watching one of his videos, he just straight out said it, don't buy a new Chrysler product because of the problems, because of the inflated prices. And I mean, some of us will get it, most of us won't, all right? But yeah, most of us that don't get it, and they're gonna continue to buy new cars. You ain't gotta worry about that at all. Number 7, 50,000 miles is 1/3 the life of the car. Items tend to break on a car as the car gets older, not get better. Well, no duh. Understood. I did also cover that. I said 50,000 miles is a good time for the car to be settling in, for the car to be broken in properly and starting its life at 50,000 miles for the most part. That's when you really know what you got in a car. That's also why the value of the car comes way down from the MSRP, because you really know what kind of car you're dealing with at that point. And like I said also, you got 150, 200,000 miles, you should be getting out of any car you got. Unless it's one that's notorious for having major problems early, like them CVT transmissions in Nissan, like Kia engines, like, you know, even the Hemi Tick, you know what I'm saying? That comes on around 90,000 miles, that's understood. But once you fix that Hemi Tick, you still got a bomb ass vehicle. So 1/3 the life of the car at 50, not true. Number 8, you don't always know the history of a used car, hence the car may have problems that are hidden. That's why I say certified used. Certified used with the warranty. If something keeps popping up on that car that they just turn the engine light off so they can sell it to you, that's usually what they do at auctions and the little rinky-dink lots that you drive past with a whole bunch of nice looking cars on it. But the dealerships generally have the cars ironed out. So you do want to buy from a dealership. You don't necessarily want to do private selling. Now, I did private selling with my Magnum. It had 13,000 miles on it when I got it. I got it from a firefighter up in Sacramento. Took the chance, and it was beautiful. Magnum has never given me any issues, except for a computer died, but that's because it's old now. And mind you, my Magnum is at 150,000 miles, and it still runs like a top. Okay. But yeah, you don't always know the history of a car. True indeed. But you don't know what's hiding in a brand new car either. If you've been watching TK, if you've been watching OC Motivator, if you've been watching Butter, you know these new cars, they have a lot of issues too. And you don't know. Like you were saying, you bought a brand new Demon 170 to flip later, and you're going to put it in a lucite box and let it sit. You better go out there and drive it and put some miles on it and find out what's wrong with it so you can get it fixed under warranty like Racer X is doing, rather than sitting on it, because new cars have hidden problems too, my friend. All right, number 9, new car warranties and maintenance perks are usually worry-free, and it doesn't cost a consumer any out-of-pocket expenses. That's a big fat lie. When you go to that dealership, bumper-to-bumper warranty does not mean everything between them two bumpers. You will often have to pay for diagnostics. You will often have to pay for a rental car while that one's sitting up. Often, I mean, not always. Every once in a while, you know, you get the luxury service, but warranty service can be a real hassle, especially when they don't fix it right and you're back in there, getting dropped off, getting picked up, missing a day at work, whatever, going back and forth to that dealership for that free warranty service. So, not so. Then at the end, he says, how about buying an affordable, let me see. Let me go back to the original here. I kind of lost it. He said, how's about buying an affordable vehicle, new, used, etc., but to make a blanket statement and tell everyone not to buy a new car, that's not good advice. Well, I didn't tell everyone not to buy a new car. I gave you the caveats, okay? And yes, I agree. You should be buying an affordable vehicle, whether it be new, used, etc. But I'm telling you, the more affordable vehicle will be the used one. But anyway, I'd like to thank, one more time, Running Low 955. Thank you for commenting on it. Thank you for giving me some new material for another video. And for the rest of you guys, please try to keep a Hemi on your right foot at all times. Okay, I'm sorry. After the ending of the video, during editing in post, I realized I never answered number 10. Number 10, he said insurance rates are cheaper for new cars versus used cars. Insurance rates are cheaper. I wasn't sure about that one. I decided to look it up. According to Google, the list price of a new vehicle is typically higher than that of a used car. However, insurance costs don't always follow this pattern. While the value of any vehicle depreciates over time, state-of-the-art safety features and easily replaceable parts can make newer vehicles cheaper to insure. Used cars, insurance rates for used cars tend to be lower. On average, used cars are 37% cheaper to insure than new cars. For example, in 2013, Honda Accord was $18 cheaper per month to insure than a 2019 Honda Accord. I don't know, I guess you could say that the older car gets, the cheaper it gets to insure. So, new cars, another L for you. Is what it is.
Why they don't trust them?